All right, this is Lori Pink Girly at the Pink Girly channel. Just popping on, and there's a lot going on YouTube Live right now, so I'm not sure that I'm going to have any company, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a go. Now I put my phone here. I've got this little contraption set up here so I can see chat better. Okay, that's all set. And now I've been wanting to make some travel journals to put in a couple of the different shops that I sell my things in. So I eco-dyed some paper. It's taken a couple days for me to get it to dry. And I just figured out I could put it in the oven. So I put it in the oven. And, oh gosh, did I not get my paper? Oh, there it is. Okay. Thought I forgot to get my paper cutter. So I'm going to rummage through some of my paper and see if I can put a couple of these together. It's really weird when you record a video, you're basically talking to yourself, but it doesn't seem weird. But when you go live and you know you're live and you're really not seeing anybody pop in, so then you really are talking to yourself. It's a little freaky, I gotta say. It's a little freaky. But I know there's plenty of things going on YouTube. Somebody's selling. I know Tim Holtz was on. A couple other folks are on. Oh, look how cute these are. These might look cute on some of the pages. Look at these little rub-ons. Oh, let's keep those out. Let's keep those out. And some of this paper is, of course, too small. Hello, Brenda. Now, I've been storing and saving paper. Like, I have tons of paper, okay? But I purchased some paper that maybe is a little more expensive than some of the stuff you might get at Michael's. And quite frankly, I forget what I have. And I found a few pieces of Octoberish graphic 45 paper, so I'm not sure if that's going to work. I've got quite a few sheets of eco-dyed paper to work with. So I have to measure to see how big I want my covers. And of course I want to use double-sided so that when you open the little traveler's notebook, it's not plain white. It's kind of a design inside. Now this paper here, I'm not sure is big enough. This is, so how you doing, Brenda? I'm just chatting away. I'm a little giddy, I have to say. I'm a little giddy. My son and I are planning a trip to Europe to see my bonus son and his family. I have 2 bonus grandbabies, which I've never met. I feel like I'm going to cry. And we're going to see them. So I booked my tickets this morning. And I just requested a reservation for a place for all of us to stay. I'm just so excited. Whew. I can't even stand myself. So I'm a little distracted. Oh, good. I've been pretty good, hanging in there. Yeah, busy, just very, very busy. Let's see the size of this. Yeah, that's just going to be a little. I don't really want to get into cutting the inside pages. So let's put those aside. They're not going to work for this project. I use the 12 by 12s. So I've got this. I'm not sure this will work either because of that. I don't know if I can make that work. I know, I'm just so excited. I was planning to go last year and got canceled because of COVID. And at the time, he just had the one daughter, which they gave her my name as her middle name, which was it's just thrilling. And I was going over to meet her, and now she'll be 2, and they've had a second baby. So I have 2 granddaughters. 2 bonus granddaughters that I've never met, so I am just beyond thrilled. Okay, see, now the thing about graphic 45 paper is that it's magnificent paper. Okay, it's my favorite. It's my favorite. And the problem is that both sides sometimes are so fantastic. So how do you choose? See, now this is good for scrapbooking. That would be good for a cover, but then when you open it up, I'm not sure that I like that. This is amazing. This is called Midnight Tales Collection, Full Moon. That's amazing. Oh, this one will work. See, the one shop that I sell my things in, they're heavy into Halloween. So that'll work. Halloween and fall. This one will work because see, I've got all the pumpkins, and then the inside is plain. That probably makes the camera crazy. See, now this would be really cool if you were doing a how would I say a more detailed type journal, where you're putting lots of pages and you've got a theme, and you can cut out the little bits and make cards and tags and whatnot. So I kind of hate to use that for a travel journal. So I think I'm going to put that aside. And then this one, see, same thing. See, it's great on this side for pumpkins, but on this side, look how great these images are for, maybe a 6x6 small journal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put those aside. And this, of course, is Christmas paper. This is too small for this project. Now let's see what else I have. This is a different brand. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I'm pretty sure this is double-sided. Now this is really heavy. Is the camera okay, or am I too close in for you to really see the paper? I'm going to take a little sip of my water here. Oh goodness, I was thirsty. See, this would have to be trimmed. Okay, let me get a piece of my inside pages. Let's see what we're working with here. It's okay? Okay, great. All right, so now we have not quite 9, just about 9 inches by 8 3/8. Well, it doesn't really matter that way. I have to measure it this way, don't I? Because it's going to be folded. So 4.5. So if I do, I don't want it to stick out real far. So if I do 4 3/4, now I have to write this down because right now I've got so many things running through my brain. Let's grab a pencil. let's see here. I am going to someday make a, oh, here's a tablet. I never can find paper. I got paper all around me. All right, so what did I say? So I went 4 3/4 wide. And then let's see, if this is 8 3/8, if I go there, I think if I do it by 9, I should be good. So let's try that, so I know what size to cut my paper. Welcome to those who have popped in. Appreciate you popping in. I'm going to work on some travels. Well, you know what? I don't know if there is a definite travel size journal, like a specific size, but it's like the kind of look, the longer and narrow. I made them 4.5 inches wide because I didn't want it to be real skinny. I don't know, I just like the way that looks. So now I'm looking for, and I did some eco dyeing. I'll explain what I did in a little bit. So I've got a whole pan of this paper. I was telling Brenda that I was having a hard time getting my paper to dry, and then it occurred to me that, oh yeah, I could put it in the oven. Okay, so this is 49 Market. I really was not aware of this paper until maybe about 6 months ago. And that's very pretty. So that would be a pretty cover, right? And this is all two-sided. So let's take that one out. I don't think I want that front sheet. I don't think will work for this. Let's see. This one, if I cut it to have it, see, that would be, the inside is going to then be upside down, and then the front side would be upside down. See what I'm saying? So if I did it, oh no, this is right side up, but this is upside down, so that's not going to work. See, now when they're designing paper, don't you think they would take that into consideration and think about somebody maybe wanting to fold this in half and using it as the inside of, you know, of a book, of a journal? All right, so this is very pretty, but that's the front cover of the paper tablet, so that's not going to work. Now that's very pretty. And it's plain on the other side. I'm not sure if that's coming over clear for you guys, but that is definitely going to work. So we'll put that aside. And I'm thinking I'll put maybe 10 pages in the travel journal. We'll see how that looks, because once you put any water on them and then bake them in the oven, they kind of, I don't know, to me, I just say they kind of fluff. They kind of, they get a little thicker, a little stronger, and they sound crunchy. So it doesn't lay real flat. So I don't want them to be too poofy. This one will work. This one's got a pretty design down at the bottom. Now, of course, they're not real fallish, but they're not real super springy. Oh, that one might work. This one's very pretty too. Let me see this one. Okay, that's cute. This one's cute. No, I didn't check the back side of this one. No. Yeah, that'll work. That's all. Well, that's all crazy writing, but I think that's okay. And then we have daisies. And all right, so I have daisies on this side, and then if I use it this way, that might work also. Excellent. This is kind of boring and beachy looking. I'll put that aside. And some of these I think I'm just going to go through. Ooh, look at this. don't know what papers. This isn't 49 Market. This is another paper pack. This might be, I don't know if it's Stamperia. I feel like calling that company and finding out how they say that name. Okay, so my son is messaging me all these messages. I told him I was going to be streaming live. I guess he just doesn't get it. Okay, look how pretty this is. This has got script behind it and roses. And then this side is just kind of like a pink marble. So that'll work. Well, this one's pretty. This is like a lace on this side. I don't know if you can see that because it's really, oh yeah, it looks okay on my, oh wait a minute, I'm a little behind on my phone. So let me see if you can see this one. A little bit of a lag here. You see it a little bit. It's a real faint, almost looks like a lace. And then this side would have that. How pretty is that? Oh, nice. Okay, we'll keep that one. And these are kind of just so-so. Oh, here we go. This is called, oh, that's Chabella. Chabella. No wonder, right? They have very nice paper, too. I mean, they're the top three, I think, as far as I know. You've got your Graphic 45, the Stamperia, and the Chabella. This is also very pretty. You could add that to a Victorian type journal very easily. Look how delicious this is. Ooh. And script on the other side. Oh, I do love script. All right. So, gosh, they're dropping like flies. We got up to 7 people and now we're down to 3. All right. So now this is Stamperia, I believe. And I don't know what paper pack. Maybe I'll find the cover. And this is kind of cool. And that'll work. And this one will work. This is the correct way. And that is, see, they did it right. The letters are going the right way. And this is back to, let me put this under here because this goes with this Graphic 45. Now we've got Stamperia Forest. Oh, I haven't even taken this apart. Now, there's a bunch of, signs and all that would be great for tags. And look at these. These are all adorable. Great for tags, but, oh, look at that bug. Isn't he cool? But I don't think for this project it'll work for me. So I'm going to put those aside. And this one I stole some bits out of for a project. All right, this is Graphic 45 Nature Notebook Collection. Look how gorgeous this paper is. But there again, I purchased this to do more journaling, more journal building where you add to the pages, build pockets, make tags, that kind of thing. This is the Music Love Notes collection. I'm not sure how I feel about that. We'll put that on the stack. We'll see. All right, here's the Stamperia. And this one, I forget what this one's called. This is, see, this is not double-sided. That's a different animal altogether. I think this might have been called Spring or... Yeah, it has a lot of bugs and stuff with it. I think I used quite a bit of this paper. Now, these are the Love Notes collection. Graphic 45. And that's kind of cool. Look at that. Look at the outside. See, I like that. And here's some more of that nature. Oh gosh, some of this paper is just magnificent. I mean, it really is. Do you ever wonder how they create this? How or do you ever go on, say Etsy, and look at paper, and people have digital files that you can download and print the paper on your own printer? Like, how do they design that? Like, oh my gosh, I would love to take a class on that for sure. Okay, I think these are all going to be a little too boxy for me. See, they've got great images, but for a travel journal cover, sorry if that tearing hurts your ears. Now, see, this one's cool. But my next question is, if I do use this for a larger project, am I going to be missing this piece of paper? Of course, you can always buy it again, right? Right. This is what I say to you. When you're right, you are right. All right, here we go. This one's gorgeous. Flower Life. See, because I'm only going to be doing 9 inches, so I can fold it in half, so it's back and front. Also something to consider. So getting ready to go to England, I got to get my English accent working here. Now see, that would be pretty on the inside. And you've got the fall leaves on the outside. So let's just see how that works up. Plus I want to pay attention to the coloring of what I did my papers in. This one I am going to keep out because I used some butterfly PT, and it's kind of reminds me of almost the coloring of a peacock. Blues and greens and a little bit of yellow. But see, that would look good with that paper. So I'm going to keep that one out. And let's see, these would be great journaling cards for other projects. All right. Now we've got some more of the, sorry, I keep hitting the camera. This is the Nature Notebook from Graphic 45. Again, beautiful paper, but I don't think for this project. Look at that egg. Oh my gosh. I love the marbled eggs. That is some crazy paper on that. Oh, that's the same page I just showed you. I noted, I recognized the back side. That's the cover. Where do I have the rest of that? I guess we'll find. Oh, here we go. That's still the piano and the music notes. I don't think I'm going to use that. Oh, I do like that red stripe though. Look at that. See, I'm a sucker for that. Sucker for that red stripe. All righty. I'll be having it. And let's see, there's some more nature notes here, I believe. Let's see. This is cool. Got a dragonfly down here. It's not really black, but kind of a brownish black. And then here you've got all the specimens. Super cool. These two I think might be a little too bold. Feel free to chime in anytime if you think one would work or not work. See, now this is the same, I think it's almost the same type of print, but oh no, it is different. That's cool. I'm into orange. And with these, you get 2 of each. It might be a little too intense. Oh, I love that one. I could sit and look at paper and buttons, really, literally, all day. It's very sad, but it's the truth. So that looks cool, and I like that as well. So let's put that one aside. Oh, these are all little, look like little bees Who doesn't like a bee as long as it's not live? And then a honeycomb type print. So we'll keep that out. And more butterflies. That's cool as well. Right? I have a lot of butterfly cutouts that really I could gussy up a butterfly one. Sorry, I'm having a drink. Trying to get my water in today. I'm very bad at drinking enough water. These we've already seen. Let's see, what's this one? This is Nature's Sketchbook. Oh, here we go. See, this would be great for decorating pages, making pockets, you know, or flip outs. And I'm sure those of you that are here watching have never done this. Purchased paper and forgot they had it. All right. This is too small, but this is Stamperia Christmas. Let's just see. Yeah. Oh, I got to do something with this stuff. I love it. All right, this is some paper I found at Tuesday morning. And I've had this for a while, and I split the pack with Holly Dalton. So I cut us up. Oh, I know it had a what is this? A 6x6? Probably 8x8. No, 6x6. So I had a 6x6 pack inside the larger pack, and I haven't done anything with this either. A lot of folks like animals. Oh, this sheet is a sticker sheet. So that could be used to gussy up one. And these would be great journaling cards. These are really cute, but wouldn't work for my project. A man could use this. I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile. Maybe. We have a lot of animal lovers. Look, here's a little kitty catter, as my neighbor would say. Little kitty catters. And dogs on the other side. Very cute. Oh yeah, this is another good company, Authentique. Have any of you ever used any of their paper? Very nice quality. And they have some really pretty. Oh look, they're all stamps. Now see, that would make a great cover as well. All right, and then I have a final sheet of the graphic music love notes collection. Let's put that up. And this, I'm hoping to make a yellow journal someday. This is Ciao Bella. Ciao Bella. Ugh. Look at that. I know, maybe you're not into yellow, but look at this. Okay. How cute is that? See, now the tricky part will be on something like this to cut it correctly so that, you know, you don't get a half a bird. I'm going to put that on the save pile. This, not so much because of the frame, although look, the blue side's nice. And then we've got lemons. And I think I can only get one of each of these, maybe? Let's see. Oh, this is cute. Might think about that one. Okay, I'm not so fond of this gal here, to tell you the truth. I'm really not. I could stick something over top of her. You know, if I did it that way, that would be a cute cover that way, right? And then I could just glue something on top, because number one, she's upside down. So maybe that's a possibility. I don't know about that rabbit. Because to tell you the truth, I don't know that I would use this paper for anything else. Yeah, I really like the yellows too. I purchased a very large book. It almost, oh my gosh, it's huge. Not in size this way, but in thickness. It's like about that thick. And it's, oh gosh, it's got a yellow cover. And it's all the works of, might be C.S. Lewis. So I was going to gut that and use that as, you know, the cover for a yellow journal. And I've been collecting, yellow fabric, yellow paper, yellow ribbon, anything yellow, anything had a little bit of yellow on it, I've been collecting. Of course, it's on the back burner. Oh, look, here's another one like that has the bird, but that's a different, I think that's a different direction. And then one last blue one. Oh, this is kind of cool because it just reminds me of Italy, or what I think it would be in Italy, you know, with the fish and they use a lot of lemon in their cooking, and, you know, the stone walls. Okay. All right, so that should give me plenty of options. So, like I said, I did some dyeing of the papers. It didn't turn out super fantastic, but I didn't want anything real heavily printed because I wanted the journal pages to be somewhat plain inside of a travel journal so you could write on them or glue or do whatever you want. So now this is a flower in our garden called, it's in the hydrangea family, and we've got several different varieties of it. So there's Limelight and there's Pinky Winky. I forget what the other one is. I think this might be Fire something. And the flower is blooms first as white, and then as the season progresses, it turns pink. And they're almost dried flowers at this point, and they really still are a pinkish color. But when I put them on the paper and then boiled them, I got yellow. Can you see? You see, I'm going to hold this up to the camera and see if it comes up on my phone. So you have to wait a few seconds because of the lag. So you can see the little individual petals that really are hydrangea, little hydrangea petals. So I've got that color and some plain. And see here, you can really see where some of them, you can see the actual form of the petals. And then some of them the bugs kind of chewed through some of them, and you could see they kind of looked lacy. So I was hoping I could get a little bit of that. But they were hard to place on there, so I could have done a better job placing the actual flowers. So I've got those. So because I have some yellow paper, those inside pages will work. So what I was thinking is I'll just take, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so there's 10 that kind of have a yellow, yellow cast to them. See, that's going to make it pretty fluffy. I might take some of those out because then you figure. So I've got 10 pages, which folded in half make 20, and then 2 sides. So you've got 40 pages that you can work with, which that might be a little too much for a travel type journal. But let's just see. All right, so my measurement is I want it to be, I do have to know that other measurement because I'm going to cut the paper flat. So I want it to be 9 by, see, this is the worst part for me, trying to do something with numbers. So I want it to be 9 by, no, I don't want it to be that. I want it to be bigger. And this is 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 8 and 3/8 really, I think, right? So I want it bigger. So I wanted it to be, if I do 4 3/4 and 4 3/4, so that is going to be, where's Holly when I need her? 9 and it's a quarter on 9 1/2. So I want my paper to be 9 1/2, and that's this way, the way that it opens, by 9 this way. All right, so let's see how fast I can mess this up. I usually eyeball everything and cut, cramping eyeballing this. All right, so let me get a piece of paper that I don't care if I ruin it. Okay, I just don't care if I ruin it. So let me see if I have a piece of ugly, ugly, ugly paper sitting here that I don't care about. Well, that might be a hard thing to do. Well, not that I don't care about it, but see this, I could use a piece of this graphic 45 because no matter how I cut it, oh, this isn't so great. I mean, I love green, but really, what are you going to do with this green? Now, the tricky part is with my workspace here, getting my big old paper cutter up here to take that large sheet of paper could be a bit dicey. I can't believe nobody else is chatting. Who else is out there, Brenda? Who else is out there? All right, let's see. I was thinking Frida might come in. But what time is it for Frida? She might be getting ready for bed. Let's see if it's, I'm on the East Coast, and it's, what, 4 o'clock here? 4:30? Yeah, it's about 11:30 at night for Frida. She might be getting ready to snooze. Okay, so what I said was I want the paper to be, of course, this isn't very helpful because this pattern on this paper really doesn't really matter. I want it to be 9 1/2 should have taken off this little bit here. 9.5 by 9. Everyone is hiding. Come out wherever you are, and greet the young lady who fell from a star. She fell from a star, she fell very far. Kansas, she said, is the name of that star. Anybody singing along? Kansas, she said, is the name of that star. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so this is the idea, right? And that's going to have to be really in there tight for that many pages. So let's take out a few. So I've got 10. If I take out 3, gives me 7. So that might just work. See, and then I'll punch holes and put some ribbon or cording in the back. So now the trick is to design or cut the paper to work with the pattern on the paper to make the best cut with all things considered. So this one, I think I would want this on the bottom front. So then that means I want this to be 9 inches because it's 9 inches tall. Cesar Romero was tall. I wish my sisters were here. My youngest sister is on vacation, and my other sister, I think she's in the kitchen doing her Martha Stewart stuff, making apple butter and applesauce. So that's the height. And then I want it to be, what did I say? 9.5. But if I just do, hey, Riri, thank you for saying hi. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks. See, if I do just do 9.5 like this blindly, then I'm going to whack off something maybe I don't want to whack. Although in this case it might be okay because I'm just going to lose, I think I'm going to lose the bird. So let's do 9.5. Free, I'm trying to make travel journals. You're lurking? What are you working on that you're lurking? Oh, tell us. Please tell us. Tell us. I need to find a bone folder, girls. Now, see, now I do this to myself, and now I've got that Wizard of Oz song in my head. But see, I've said this before, like a certain phrase or something that somebody says makes me think of a song, and then I start singing it. What was Mary saying? Oh gosh, it was a couple of days ago, last week. Golly, what was she saying? She was saying something, and it got me singing a song. I sang it for a couple of days. Well, I'm not seeing my bone folder. Geez, that's a surprise, isn't it? I have all my tools here. Oh, I didn't bury the phone. It's my brother-in-law who never calls. All right, so let's see how this looks. So I've got my yellow pages. Oh, that turned out really good. See, I missed the whole bird, which is great. So that one's cute. That's adorable, if I do say so myself. Nothing like giving yourself a compliment. All right, so now this one we have the jackrabbit. And he's not going to be on the front because he's on the wrong end of the paper. So he's got to be inside. So I'm going to do my 9 inches this way. Have I confused anybody yet? Are you totally confused? So I want to do 9 inches this way. So I'm going to lose some of the lemons. Unless I flip it. No, that didn't work right. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, so if I flip it and I do 9 inches this way, then I'm just missing the tiles. So that'll work. So we get to see the lemons on at his feet. So that might be good. Nothing like tuning into a live and watching somebody cut paper. All right, so now I want to get my whole little jackrabbit in there, right? So this way it needs to be 9.5. So let's put him on the non-cut side. Good, glad you're not confused. I can't tell you how many times over the years I was working on a paper project, either scrapbook or some other paper project, and had one sheet of my paper left that I needed to use, and made. So that's the inside, and that's the back. So now I guess the smarter thing to do would be, let's just see. So we decided on 7 pages. Let me see how many sets I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to get all my yellows together. 5, 6, 7. So this is a toss-up. What's worse, watching somebody cut paper or count paper? Yeah, wonderful. Okay, so there's one. Because what I don't want to do is cut the 12 by 12 pages that I don't need to. All right, so here I have the 3 I took out of the original. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll work for yellow. 5, 6. Now these are going to be very rustic. 7. Here's another set. Let's do this blue-gray 1, 2, 3. These are kind of plain. 4, 5, 6, 7. So what I did was, my husband had picked up a big ream of paper, and it was really a nice weight, but it was oversized. And so I trimmed it down to the size that I wanted. And then he went and picked me some flowers. He picked some zinnias, and then I picked the hydrangea family flower, and put those petals inside the pages and bundle them up. And then I covered them with water. Put some white vinegar in the water, brought it to a simmer, and cooked them for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Okay? But what I did right before that was I discovered that I had some butterfly P-E-A-T leaves that I purchased for the purpose of dyeing paper. And it's blue. So I threw some of those petals, they're dry, just like tea, into my water bath where I was cooking my paper, thinking it would be come out a beautiful blue color or purple. So my husband and I were sitting in the living room, and he said, you know, your stuff's still on the stove. I said, yeah. So I turned it down. That was fine. But then it all boiled away, and I didn't realize. So some of the paper got really dark. It didn't totally boil away. But I also had bundles of paper where I didn't have any flowers in them. I just tied them together, and I put some of those tea leaves in between some of the pages. So they got some blue spots on it. And like I said earlier, I don't know if any of you were here except Brenda. It may even been before she popped in. They kind of remind me of the coloring of like a peacock. So that's what I got. Now I know Lisa Conway had talked about the butterfly PT. So that's where I picked up that tip and purchased that. And then one time, it's been a while, Rosemary was talking about some kind of a bug that they grind this bug all up, and it's not cheap. You can buy on Amazon this ground up bug, and it makes your paper purple. So of course I want some of that too, but I haven't bought any of that. So I would love to see what that looks like. And then, like I said, it wouldn't dry. We're having a couple of cooler days here, so I had it stacked up all over my kitchen counter, and then I popped it in the oven today to finish drying it up so I could get something going with it and use it. So I wanted it to be, you know, more rusticy looking. Rusticy. How do you like that word? Rusticy. Rusticy. Could be a pastry. All right, see this one. So I'm trying to keep like the blues and greens together and then the yellows together. But the zinnias, girls, the zinnias I had a bright yellow, I had an orange, I had a real deep red, gave me nothing, no color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm glad I put the butterfly tea in there, because were it not for that, I wouldn't have much color at all. That one's more on the plain side. I'm going to keep those plain ones separate. See, this is one of the pages where it was at the bottom of the pan. I have a great big, well, it's not great big. I mean, it fits on the top of my stove. Speckled pan, like it was like a roaster pan like my grandma would use, you know, the dark blue with the white flecks in it. What is that called? Enamelware or something? It kind of looks like that. I've got a big pan, and that's what I do my paper boils in. But you can see this one really got kind of yucko. Probably not going to use that one. I mean, I might use portions of it for something, but I'm not going to put that in my... See, even this one's a little... But see, I don't mind that so much. You know, sometimes the grungy doesn't bother me. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a yellow. See, and then I put it on a rack, so it's not sitting right at the bottom of the pan. And look, because most of the liquid cooked away. That has not happened to me before. This is about maybe my 10th time to boil paper. All right, need one more for this grouping. See, and if you're going to do it, make the mess. I like to do a bunch of it at one time. So now I decided I'm going to try to follow a certain diet. And I bought some avocados, which I don't really eat, but they're a healthy fat, so I hear. And the skins and the seed inside, of course, make beautiful liquid to dye paper. So when I whack open my avocados, I'm going to throw my skins and the seeds in the freezer. So then when I'm ready to dye more paper, I can do pink. This one is a little yellow. So what's everybody working on? Anybody working on anything fun? I've got like 100 things going. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. Now, a couple of them, I pulled the leaves off of the flower and just did the leaves. Can you see the imprint? I love when that happens. See, I think that's cool. Right? I tried doing the, has anybody watched Kathy Arbor when she runs the plants through her cutter machine, like her Big Shot? My gosh, they look so beautiful when she's done. Like she sprays them with ink, and man, when I put mine through and roll it through, looks like roadkill. Honestly, I'm not teasing. Looks like roadkill. All right, so these are all kind of plain. Maybe I should do a plain one. That's kind of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I could use those real grungy looking ones in the with the Halloween paper. What do you think, Ree? What do you think? Oh, you're making a Halloween wreath? Oh, that sounds fun. Are you using that ribbon like that's netting, or are you using like strips of fabric? What are you doing? I'm very nosy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I was thinking, if I tried it like Kathy Arbor does, if I go out and pick some leaves that the bugs have chewed on that look kind of lacy, I wonder if that would work like a stamp. You know, just spritz it a little. And they're all getting pretty dry now, right? They're not really, they're just, you know, they're on their way out. So then I'm thinking maybe it wouldn't squish so much and get so much juice over the paper, and, you know, it kind of just goes. Journal covers. Oh, good. I love, oh, if you're like me, Brenda, you're going to get hooked. I love making journals and journal covers. But, of course, I've got my hands in too many different pots. I think I'm ADD. Oh, I wonder where my son got that. Okay, here's another one. It looks kind of dark. Dollar Tree Creepy. Oh, nice. Oh, I like that. Oh, I love that spirally stuff too. Oh, this is another hydrangea one. You can see where I put the clumps of flowers on the bottom. That might be a good Halloween one. Yeah, when I was working with the flowers and pulling them all out, and pulling them apart, big old spider came jumping out. Yeah, I'm not good with. I don't like spiders and snakes. Where's Barbara Chicken Pot Pie? She would be singing with me. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think you're right about that, Ree. Okay, so I'm making this. I'm not really a crocheter. I can crochet. I don't prefer to crochet. I prefer to knit. But there's a gal at the co-op. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who's making beautiful crocheted, you would call it a vest. It's like done in a circle, of course, like a medallion. Looks like a mandala almost. And they're beautiful. So I have a couple of those started. Got frustrated with the pattern, put that aside. Started to look for some other patterns that I might like better or might be easier for me to do as a really a non-crocheter. So I found one, really liked it, finished it up, turned out cute. It's a little on the smaller side, which is fine, but I wanted to make one that's, you know, big and flowy. Found another pattern, love it, started it, and of course it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I realized I don't have enough yarn. Okay, I thought my yarn skeins were a lot larger than they are. Okay, so I just ordered the yarn that I'm going to need to complete. And it takes me hours really to get around the whole entire circle. It's getting so big, right? Don't you know, I'm on this one row and I'm coming around and I see this gigantic, I mean, some mistakes you can kind of put an extra stitch in or skip over, but this is like a big in-your-face gaping mistake. I said to my niece, you know what, I got to put this aside for a couple of days because now I got to rip out like 3 or 4 rows. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, I've got more paper over here. And that, I already cut that one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This is going to be a combo. 4, 5, 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 of them are going to have 6. I might put in a page of, I have other eco paper that I think I can put in to make this 7. And I'm going to use all this really rough paper for the one for the Halloween one. All right, so how many sets do we have here? So I've got this one already have the cover for. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I need 14 covers. And this is how I roll, girls. Can't just make one. Got to make 14. Well, more than 14 because I have 2 that are already done. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Okay, so we do have some more of the yellow. Put that back in my roasting pan to give myself a little room. So this is the one with the bird. So I want it to be 9 inches. So if I cut 9 inches. I'm going to get half of the bird there. If I do it this way, I'm going to lose the lemons. That might be the better option. Okay, let's just lose the lemons. And then we want 9.5 this way. So if I do 9.5 here, I'm just going to lose a little bit of the roses, and then I get to keep the whole bird, which really is very pretty. I remember watching that movie, The Birds, when I was a young gal, and I really don't like birds since then. That was kind of a weird cut. Don't know what I did there. Hope this is the right size. We'll see. We'll see. Now I'll have to come back with a bone fuller and really crease those, because I wanted to have a nice crease so that when I make my holes, see, look how nice that will be for the inside. Doesn't that look nice? Oh yeah, I like that. Like that lots. Okay, great. So let's just, I'm sure I've got more. Let's do this one. This one I'm going to take off 9 inches this way. I just need a little more space. If I cleaned up a little bit, I'd have a little more space. Is anybody going to do the Inktober? I always say I'm going to do stuff like that, and then I get rolling, and then something else comes up, and I never finish. Last year I finished, but it wasn't until after the fact. Or no, that was the year before, I think. Last year I don't even think I finished. Okay, so now we've got the dog stamps, and then it's just plain on the inside, so this is great. So we'll do 9.5 for this one. Just fold it in half. I remember Dee Dee doing a lot of these. Gosh, that's probably been a couple of years now. And she did hers with scrap paper, so keep that in mind too. If you've got a bunch of scrap paper laying around, it's a good way to use that up. Now see, this one I think I'm off a little bit. See, I think I probably did that. Was anybody paying attention? I think I cut this one 9.5 instead of 9. Yep. That's what I did. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. And see, I'm wanting to make these to resell, not to resell, to sell. So I'm trying to pick out paper that I think would be popular with my customers. My inventory is low on this type of product, so I've got to get started on light bulbs. That's in the queue. And I've got tassels made. See, I have things in a shop that's about a little over an hour from us. So I try to get there once a month and take some newer items. Just haven't gotten there and haven't gotten everything done that I wanted to do. Here's another one. So once you get rolling, and you have the basics finished up. Oh, that's the stickers. Let's see. Do the bee. I know I have some bee embellishments that might look cute on one of these. So I want to do 9. By 9.5. Brenda, what kind of journal are you doing? Do you have a theme, or is it just going to be a junk journal? Are you using scraps from your craft table? What are you doing, girl? I've been saving scraps from Tim Holtz to make a journal. Okay, that's really cute. Cute. Alrighty. There's another yellow. Just call me mellow yellow. I don't know if I like that one so much. Oh, I like this one. Let's do this one. Call me mellow yellow. Okay, so I'm going to do a 9. And let's see what here. So maybe I will do 2 more. We'll see about putting some of these together. Gosh, I hope my pokey tool is out here. I keep taking stuff in the other room. See, it's baseball season. Baseball season's just about up. I love to watch my baseball team. And so I've been taking things to work on into the living room, which makes my husband crazy. All right, let's see. Let's put this one in this one, and then let's see where the some of those Halloween ones are. Let's see here. This one's cool. I just have to remember which length I need to go. 9 this way. And then 9.5 this way. I love this. It's just like a fairy. Or maybe it's a little girl that the witch has taken. See, look, can you see? You got the witch in there. There's another witch on a broomstick. And then you've got this little girl, looks like a fairy on a broomstick. Oh my gosh, she's adorable. Look at the stripes. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. I could very well switch out the paper I have here and use some coffee stained paper. Let's just see how this looks. Yeah, this is the grunge, really grungy stuff. Yeah, that looks cool. Now, the question is, girls, let me ask you this. Do I go one step further and stamp on some of the pages? Or do I just really leave them plain? Okay, Brenda says one is going to be a ballerina journal. The other one, a dinosaur journal from, oh, that's wonderful. What a great idea. Oh, they'll love them. Oh, my granddaughter says she's going to be a ballerina when she gets grown up. All right, let's do the pumpkin. And we'll do this 9. How old are your grands? My daughter's children, my natural grands, are 6 and 3. And then my bonus grands are 2 and, let's see, June, July, August, September, October. Oh, no, wait, June, July, August, 3 months. 2 years and 3 months. I cannot tell you how much I cannot wait to get my hands on those children. I hope they warm up to me quickly. Because it's going to be hard not to be wanting to snuggle them. Okay, let's see. What do I have in here? I might switch these out. Let's see. Yeah, I'm really liking these. I'm really liking them. Okay, so then I was thinking, what? I pulled the... Oh, look, girls, I found more pages. That one's really... Oh, that one's a partial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the ones that only had 6, I can now add pages. How about that? I just don't know which ones they were because I put them all in the one pile. Wasn't that a brilliant move? Oh, yes, indeedy. If you want to know a couple of brilliant moves, tune in to watch Pink Girlie. She'll get them ready for you. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Brilliant move. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, now I'm thinking I can use some waxed linen. And of course, I'm going to save my scrappies. So I need a pair of scissors. My water jug. Now you can get, if anybody is watching this on the replay, oh, your granddaughter is 6. Oh, my granddaughter does too, Brenda. And grandson is 5. Oh, how wonderful. Somehow I found out I was trying to enforce a string the other day. Yeah, that's so fabulous. My granddaughter is Charlotte, and she was having a meltdown. I think she was 5 then. And she didn't want me to go home. And so I had a necklace on. I said, how about you hold Alma's necklace the next time we visit? And she calmed down. And my grandson, who of course was younger at the time, said to me, he's been talked at a very early age. He said to me, where's my necklace? Oh my gosh, I just wanted to fall through the ground. I said, well, Charlotte's really sad, so it's just, Alma just has the one necklace. Oh boy. But at this point, he hasn't realized or is interested in journals. You know, we do the coloring books and stuff. But Brenda, I don't know if you heard me. Last year, I did a journal for her. And because of COVID, we couldn't visit that much. And so every month I would try to, do a FaceTime or make a call and just check in with her, see what was going on in her life. And I would take little notes, and I made her a journal according to what we had talked about each month. I just did it in a composition book. She loved it. She just clutched it to her chest and said, I will keep this forever in my bedroom. Well, you could have just mopped me off the floor. So this year I'm making her, and I don't have much done, but let me show you. Let me do a little rabbit trail here. Let me show you. Because there's just a few of us here. Nope. I don't think it'll matter. So I found this composition book. Just I think it was just at the dollar store. And I just really like the cover. So this one, I didn't feel like I had to have to do anything to the cover itself. I just put her initials on it. And look, I've got paint and all splattered all over it, but that's okay. And then I'm just doing art in it. So it'll be, if I feel like doing a mixed media page or whatever. And so this one I'm going to put, like I have tabs started on the pages. I glued some of the pages together. And little bits of stuff that are on my desk. I just make a page. And I showed her that I had started this. And the first thing she said to me, but what is it called? Because the last one I put the Book of Charlotte L on it. Okay. So this one she wanted to know what it's called. And I said, well, it's just an art book. It's got your initials on it. So I think I need to rethink that because I think she wants it named something. So, and then I'm going to hang some danglies or something from the tags. This guy is an owl that I sketched. Of course, you can see I haven't done anything with. And some rice paper. And then I just found this little fairy that I thought was cute. So if that page isn't done, I just put it in the book. So I think she's going to love it. And then if I have extra paint, on a project, I just open her book, slap it in. And so I've got a ways to go on this because, time gets away from you. And here we are. It's almost the end of the year. Not that I have to give it to her at the end of the year, but that's what I did last year. Just an idea. If anybody has grands that they want to do a little something for or do something with, if the kid comes over to visit, you could certainly do that with them. All right, so really, if you're doing any kind of journals or putting books together or anything like this, you really probably should measure and, not that you don't take your time, but I just kind of wing this kind of stuff because it's just a little travel journal. Okay, so I just have folded my pages, and now I'm going to put them inside each other. And just put them the way that I want. And of course you can gussy them up and add different things to make it, make it a travel journal plus, okay? So this one I'm just going to do is a travel journal. So what I just like to do is tamp my pages down. I try to, get them as thin as I can, squish them together there. Put them in the cover. And then I have a catalog book, which I'm going to see if I can grab that. And I have this awl. Usually I use a smaller pokey tool, but I think they're in the other room. So I'm going to use my awl. And I'm just going to do, because it's small, I'm just going to do 2 holes. And sometimes I might put the tie on the back side of the book or in the middle. And either way, you can tie charms on it too if you choose to do that. I don't see my grandchildren often enough between my daughter's work schedule and now the granddaughter being in school, and my grandson is with his his dad's a stay-at-home dad. He's got his own business, so he's going to preschool. It's just difficult, and we don't see them. We're about an hour 15, 20 minutes away from them, so we don't get to see them as much as I would like. So we don't do a whole lot of crafting, you know, kind of do like the coloring kind of stuff. All right, so catalog. I don't know if people still get these in the mail. They got these at the co-op. And they were just going to toss them, so I grabbed a couple. And of course they have tools that you can use to do this. It's like a bookbinding trough or something like that. Well, they're expensive. And I don't use it that much, so what I like to do is just open up this large catalog. Get all my, and you can clip them if you want to clip them. And you just line it up to where you want it to be. Now, if I could find my bone folder, you know, you would take your bone folder, now I'm just using a palette knife, and really push down in there. All right. And let's see, if I do, well, let's just do 2 on this one. So I'm just going to pick a spot, and I'm going to poke right down through, hopefully through all those sheets of paper, which aren't too much in this one. Yeah, I hope you're right, Ray. Okay, so I've got my holes. And then because I'm just going to put this through and tie it in the center, I don't need that much. So I'm just going to just eyeball it a little bit. And I don't want to use my fabric scissors. And then I always usually have some kind of a darning needle or something right here that I can grab. And of course, one with a bigger eye works with the waxed linen. And probably you could just stick this through the holes, because this is really no big deal. So you just find your spot. Pop it through. This is not the best way to show you to do this. I should have went the other. Yeah, I want to go the other way. I want to go from the inside out, because I want this one. I want my strings inside. So you start on the inside. I haven't done this in a while. And then down the back spine, find your other hole. Pull it through. And then you just tie this however you like. And I like to make my loop here. Of course, you know, then I take the end of my needle, if I can, and get it in there to pull pull this tight. Sometimes I don't get it to work as well as I like to. Just kind of helps tighten up that knot a little. Now, I think I'm going to put a little charm on this one because I've got the dogs and the cats. So I think I'm going to put a little charm in the center. Yes, it's definitely one way to stay connected for sure. Now, let's see if I can pull out my... Oh, this could be a little more fiddly than I thought. Let's see here. See, I've got everything stacked in front of my drawers where I have some of my goodies. Well, they're buttons. Let me see if I can grab some charms here. There we go. All right, that'll work. Now, I'm sure in here somewhere I must have a little kitty cat or a dog. The question is, where? Where? I promised to make my grandkids little charm dangles. I haven't done that yet either. I'm sure they remember. They picked out about 112 charms. Whoop, here we go. All right, girls. Ah! I can't get them picked up. I'm going to have to use a pair of tweezers because my nails are too long. All right, here's my choice. A little black cat with whiskers or a little pink cat. Which one should we put in the center? Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Cat number 1 or kitty cat number 2. La 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 la. They're just little mini charms. Bump, 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 bump. Pink. Brenda's first. Put the other little kitty catter in there. I'm just going to thread this through. And I'm just going to tie a little knot. It's probably not the best way to do that. And I'm just going to leave those others. And so we have a little kitty cat charm in the center. All right. So that's one. Let's do let's see, what do we have here that we can use as, let's gussy one up a little. This might be cute. All right, so same idea. I'm going to put my pages in. Well, that's got a leaf on the bottom, so I want that on the bottom. And that goes that way. You may not be as fussy as I am, but I like to look at the paper and see what's going where and kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. Now this one, let's see. I think I might like to use some ribbon on this one. See if I can grab some orange ribbon without too much of a fuss. Or black would certainly work. Whichever I can grab first. With relative ease. I see orange. Let's see if there's enough orange on that. Oh, doesn't it feel good when you empty a wheel of ribbon? I always feel good about that. I feel really good when I do that. Now, just because they're travel journals doesn't mean they have to be, super plain. Right? So, I've got another idea brewing in my brain. I'm going to do just the 2 holes again. This is probably more ribbon than I'll need. And let's see if I can put my hands on. I was working on pumpkins. And of course, when I was cleaning up my space, my workspace, I tend to just throw everything in piles and then in bags. So a couple of those might come in handy. And then I was thinking I'd like to have a piece of cheesecloth or a piece of fiber, some kind of fiber. Would be nice, wouldn't it not? Would it not? There's some fiber. And here's another piece of fiber. And then I just had a bag of oh, this is Halloween stuff. There's Halloween stuff in there. I think that's more like Edgar Allan Poe kind of stuff. Maybe a rusty pin would work. Let's just see. Let's just see where this one takes us. All right, so I'm gonna, just fiddle with my pages, make sure they're where I want them to be. Try to squish them down as best I can. Really push them into my fold of my cover. Put them down. Hubby's talking to the dog. If you girls hear him, he's not asking me, he's asking our dog. We have a very sad dog. All right, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to make 2 holes. I'm I'm just eyeballing it. You can measure if you want to measure, you know, an inch from the top, inch from the bottom, and mark it. You can certainly do that. Now this one might be a little more fiddly because I'm going to use the ribbon, and I need to get that through this needle. And I'm going to put the bow on the outside of this one. So I need to start on the outside. And I got the pages all off-centered, so I'm just, you see what I'm doing? Sometimes I bring my work towards me and I forget I need to be in with the camera. So I'm going to run this down the center. Now this, you really have to yank it and pull. Sometimes I have to use a pair of pliers to pull it through. Now I'm just trying to think if I have anything. Well, you know what? We can make a tag for in the center instead of a charm. We could do that, could we not? Yes, we have a very sad dog. We had 3 dogs, and our oldest dog, about 8 months ago, we had to put down. She's had some health issues we didn't realize that was causing her to be in pain. And, you know, she was a struggle, really, with her personality. And I called her grumpy, but she really was really nasty. She wasn't always, you know, so it was the health thing. So we had to make that decision. And quite frankly, it wasn't that hard to make that decision because she had gotten so nasty. But we had her for about 13 or 14 years. So then we were down to 2. And our second oldest dog had health issues as well, which we knew about. She was a little Maltese who we didn't realize until really recently had a hernia from birth, and all her organs had pushed into her chest cavity. And so her breathing was always, she always breathed hard, but we didn't realize it was because of a problem. Anyway, the surgery was really exorbitant, and she was 12 years old, and Make a long story short, 3 weeks ago, she died in my arms, which was very difficult. But now our final and remaining little dog is still looking for her. And very sad. She's very sad. Kind of have to coax her to eat. And it's been a rough couple of weeks. I know people think you're crazy because, you know, they're just dogs, just animals. But our Luce was a gem of a pup, I'll tell you. She was something else. All right, so I'm going to cut and see what this looks like. I'm going to cut these 2 little stamps. Which is not easy. Yeah, that was my first experience. Usually my husband, you know, we've had to make a decision with a few dogs that he takes them and it's done. And you cry and, you know, that's the way it is. But our little Lucy, oh my gosh. We were just battling, making the decision, and she went on her own. And it was very quick, very peaceful. I was afraid she would suffocate. That was the one thing I was afraid of if she went at home. But she didn't. She just went very peacefully, just laid her little head over. And all right, so I probably should have done this on the cutter. I'm not the best cutter. So now I'm thinking maybe I just put this as a decoration in here, you know, because it's got so much. I mean, really, what are you going to do with that? It's just a little space. So I think I could just put a little bit of glue there. If I can get this. See if I can get my haven't used glue in a while, girls, I gotta tell you. Maybe I should probably put some down the center too, so it sticks to the ribbon, so it's not sliding up and down. Oh, thank you, Ray. Thank you, Brenda. She's a little white Maltese. She weighed 7 pounds, and she came when you called her. You could leave her out without a leash, without a cord. You know, I mean, she's just a great little dog. All right, so that can be our center. I'll leave those long for a minute, and then let's just see. See, I've got these other cute little about magic spells. That might look cute, right? Let me just see how this might look on the front of this. And of course, you know, I can dig out some stamps and really gussy even the inside. Now this I'm just going to try to eyeball and hope it goes well. And let's see where the cut line is. Right there, I think. Oop. It's a little crooked. Let's do. I got watery eyes. Watery eyes. Okay, let's do 4 inches. Now, what I'm thinking I might need to do is put this on another piece of paper so it kind of stands out on the cover, because the cover is so design heavy. Let's see, what are you saying? You could put her, yeah, yes, you could put, okay, so, yeah, our daughter, of course, was still living at home when, and she wanted a dog, and Ron and I were on vacation, and I found a place that had puppies for sale. It was probably, what do they call them? A puppy mill? I don't know. It was very clean, and they got her out of the cage, and she came right to me, and so we took her home. I had her stuck in my shirt. Her little head was sticking out of my shirt. Okay, so what if I put this on the front? Now, do you think that needs something behind it, either black or maybe some, oh, what do you call it? Like a manila folder kind of a behind it, or just like that. And then I'm thinking I might put a couple little tags in the pocket. What do you think? I'll see what you say. I don't know if I really need any of this on the front. It kind of would just add to the bulkiness. Let's see. I'm not sure I need these. Do you think it pops out? Do you think you see it enough on that paper? Or do you think I need something? Let's see. Where do I have some? Okay, so like here's a piece of black. Is that better? Is that better with the black? Does it stick out more? What do you say? What do you say? I think it kind of sticks out more. I think you can see it more. So let's see. I would have to trim this right about. Yeah, I think so too, Ray. Okay, let's make a little mark there. Woo, woo, woo. All right. And let's, we could really get crazy. You want to really get crazy? Where is my, oh, that's buried. I was going to dig out my little cutter. It's buried. I'll just use this big one. Use the big one. Yeah, I think the black sets it off. Oops, wrong piece. Let's trim the black. Okay. Now, so now I'm going to put that. I wonder where I have my. See, the problem is I have a filing cabinet. It's a large, kind of like a nice office filing. No, it was trash. I'm not saying it's nice now. It was a nice filing unit at one time. It's just 2 drawers. Well, I take the top drawer open and I use it like for extra space, like for stacking stuff. So when I get that stacked with, you know, like all the extra paper that we didn't use today that I sat behind me, it's on that drawer. So now I can't get the stuff out of the bottom drawer, which is where I have my my tape. My tape runner. Oh, look at this here. Well, this is double stick tape. I've never used this. So let's try this. Hey, why not, right? Taking the back off. All right, let's get it clean. I don't know, girls. This doesn't feel very double-sided sticky, but it's been sitting and collecting dust for a while. So let me flip this over. It must be okay. My thumbnail stuck to it. Let me do it this way instead of messing with some glue. Just kind of pushing it down with my fingernail at first. Ack. Ooh. And then I need one other little piece down the centered. Okay, it's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. And now I wish I really could find my bone folder. What can I use here? Use the end of a paintbrush. Now, what do you think it would look like if we did a rusty pin? Just hanging down where that spider is. The thing is, how do I attach it? I could use a piece of wire. I could use a piece of ribbon. I could use a piece of thread. I cannot put it on. Let's think on that for a little bit. Now let's see, what do we have here for tags? I think they're too big. And we can make little tags. Which way is, oh, here, it goes this way. Look at those purple flowers in the pumpkin patch. Wouldn't they be a cute tag? Of course they would. I just have to get my big old cutter back up here. I should have unearthed my little cutter just as a backup. And of course, somewhere I have purple, I've got purple seam binding, and I've got purple, I only want a little chunk. Let's do it this way. Let's do 3. All right, and then that little pumpkins fat and witches lean, wish you fun on Halloween. Oh, I didn't get the whole saying. That's a bummer. I was so zoned in on getting the all right. So that'll be one tag that can be cute, and these can be little individual. Or you know what? I could leave those together too as a. That's an idea. Somewhere I have skeleton buttons and bones. Do you think I can? You think I can remember where I put those? No, I cannot remember. Okay, so this I'm gonna trim this off right here, and that could be one tag. This can be the other. I don't know if I'll use that or not. Let's see, what else do we have down here? Oh my gosh, look at those cats. And that says All Hallows Eve. That would be a cute one as well. See, this is where I just keep going and going and going. There's a cute spider. See, this is what they do, okay? It's a design element, okay? Not that anybody from Graphic 45 would ever watch anything on my channel, but see, you've got one spider there. Can we not just make a little space and maybe put 2 spiders so that those of us that are arting with this stuff can cut in between there instead of having to split that spider in half. Just saying. It makes them crazy. Now, I've got another Halloween one or two journals, right? So some of this will probably be used on the others as well. But just let me, I'm just snipping some of this other great paper. Now, I don't have, see, I cut that crooked. I cut crooked. I don't cut straight. I don't have one of those pinchers that does the tag corners. And no matter how I cut them, they always look goofy to me. Like I don't get them even, or I don't know. I just can't do it. So I cheat. And by that, I mean, I take one that's already, done professionally. And I just put it on the corner of my piece of paper. And I snip it. And then I turn it around and I do the other side. And I just line it up, top and side, and then snip. Because if you're like me, it would end up looking wonky. So I'm going to put a little hole in this one. This is the other thing that drives me wild. The paper does not come out of the hole of the paper puncher. And you can't see what you're doing. I like to see what I'm doing. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, maybe on this one, instead of punching a hole in that one, maybe let's do a staple. So I've got extra ribbon here, right, from the cover. So I'm going to take a little snippet of that. Woohoo! Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm terrible at doing those corners. And I'm cheap, so I haven't bought the machine. I haven't bought the... Okay, so let's see if I can get this right. All right, so I just did my little Timmy staple gun, which I love. It's got the little mini staples. I just waited till I had a coupon and I got a good price on that. All right, so nobody answered me about the, I don't think, unless I missed it. What do you think about putting this rusted pin on the pocket? I want to put that on before I would glue that down. So what do you think? Go do that or no? So I've got one tag, and I'm going to do the same on this. I'm just lining it up, outside edge, top edge, snip, flip it over, same thing, top edge, side edge, snip. Do it, okay. And then I should probably ink this a little. You can't see it a lot, but a little. It's okay. It's okay. All right, gonna punch a hole in that one. And let's see. This is just some fiber, just some like, it's not really cotton. It's not linen. It's kind of like a soft burlappy, Yeah, I love stuff on stuff too, Ree. All right, let's see. This is the other thing I do. Sometimes I drag the fabric across the pad. I'll show you that. It kind of gets a little yucky, but depends on what you want to use it for. Or just take my ink blender and then, run it on your fabric. And sometimes you can just take it like this and hold your blender down on and just kind of scrape it across your ink pad, and that'll grunge up your fabric for you. No, it's cottony, but it's almost like burlappy. It's not like a nice cotton print, fabric. Okay, so now where's the stinking tag? Oh, there it is. See, everything camouflages. So I'm going to stick that in here. And I do like having my tweezers handy. I use my tweezers quite a bit. The thing is, you have to remember where you put them. Oh, that's the rub. All right, let's use this. Oh. Yeah, it's not that either, Wreath. It's really weird. It's almost like what you would see in a like a feed sack kind of a thing, but fabric, not plastic. Because I didn't plug in my glue gun, I'm going to staple this on as well, just so it can be done. So I'm just going to give that a little staple. All right, so we've got those two. That's probably really enough. And now I want to punch a hole here. I'm going to do it up in the corner. And I really would like a piece of twine, but I think I also have that in the other room. Aren't I annoying? So I have a little piece of green embroidery thread. So I'm going to put that through my pin and put that through the hole. And I'm just going to tie it. And I'm going to knot it, and then I'm going to make a bow. And then I'm going to make that smaller by pulling my ends. Zip. 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 And at some point, I'm going to come back in with a little bit of glue, and I'll just, I might do that right now. I don't know. And cut my ends a little. Trim them. And the green goes, right? So let's see if I can get enough glue on. Oh my gosh, I keep pulling my glue container apart. All right, and I'm just going to do 3 sides, make sure I'm gluing the right sides. So we did a couple of travel journals in that we got the pages together. I cut out the covers, got them the right size. And I made a plain one, put that together, and then I'm doing this gussied up one. So that should be good for today. And now my glue is clogged. Of course, it's clogged. And I've got my bow has twisted down to the front. Wah, wah, wah. I want to make sure I have a good stick there. All right. I'm just going to hold that down for a few seconds. I'm pretty sure I've got Mod Podge in that little container, which I like to use that for a glue. I'm going to trim off this other piece of ribbon. I think I'm getting too carried away if I go ahead and do that on there. What do you think? I guess I could do that. I could put a button or something down there. It takes me 1 second to turn on my glue gun. It does look kind of cute that way. What do you put in this tin? Oh, washi tape. Or I could put a cute little bow. It might be too much though, with a bow on the back side and a bow on the front. So then we'll just put our little tags in. And there you have it, right? I'm going to put a little drop of glue on the knot of my bow here, and that'll dry clear. See, and then that won't come undone. At least I don't think it will. And, oh yeah, I was going to do that other tag because I like these purple flowers. This one I didn't do. So let's see. Oh, yeah, let's do it this way. You can never have enough tags to make a project look cute or cuter. All right, so I've got my glue gun heating up. It takes a little while, it's older. And I think I'm going to glue those leaves at the bottom. And I'm going to punch another hole. And let's see, what can I put in this hole that's different? Well, maybe a pin. Let's do a bulb pin. I've got one of those sitting around here. Let's see what I can scrounge up here. So I have a bulb pin. I'm not making this easy for you to see this, working on top of this catalog. I should have put that away. Let's see. Oh gosh, that's not a whole lot better. I don't think you can really see that, can you? And then I've got all kinds of stuff in here. What will work? And you know, a little black bead would work for sure. let's see what we have here. Yeah, that covers most of that up. I was thinking a tag on a tag might be cute. Nope. Want something really little. I found a little black seed bead. See if I can pick it up. That's the problem. There's a little green one, which of course works. And then there's a black one in here somewhere. I just saw it. And he squirted out of my... Oh, there's another one. I got him. Can you believe this nonsense? Okay. So I'm going to put a little black bead on here. And then a little green bead. And then I need a little piece of fabric of some kind. Oh, I just saw a little piece of, where the heck did I put that? A little piece of, here we go. A little piece of this lace. And then I'm going to put it through the hole on the tag. And we'll have that for the tag. There you go. That cleared up there. You can see that. So I'm going to put that behind those other tags. Add that to the front. Put that away. And then, you know, I don't like this bow. It really just not really very tight. This is when you wish you had another set of fingers. And try to really pull that tight. And make the bow. Okay. Hey, Sharon. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I don't know if this is warm enough yet. Let's see. I just saw another glue stick. All right, so I'm going to be heading out in a moment. Let me just glue these on. Oh, there's my tweezers. I know I just picked up a glue stick and thought, oh, I don't think I need that. And sure enough. Oh, fudge. Let me reach back because I know the glue's not going to come out. That's down too far. Let me grab another one. Who knows what country he rolled to. Okay, pop my glue stick in there. And I'm just going to put a little glue there. And a little glue there. I don't know if I'm really going to need anything other than that. I was thinking about a button or something on the bottom, but I think I'm just going to let it go at that. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, you know, leave me a message. If you can give me a thumbs up, that'd be great. I'd appreciate that. So we did this Halloween themed travel journal, and we put a little decoration in the center of that one. And then we did Where's the other one we did, girls? It had the little kitty cat. Oh my goodness, where did I sit it? You have no idea. No idea how crazy my workspace is here. I'm a messy, messy, messy crafter. Oh, who we kidding? I'm messy all the way around, not just crafting. I can make a mess faster than you can blink your eyes. Okay, I can't even, I know we did the cats. We had the cats and the dogs. Oh yeah, here it is. We did this one with the dogs on the front cover, cats in the center, and then we put a little kitty cat charm inside. So there we have it. And of course, I've got several in the queue, right? Because we cut all these out. So I've got these to finish up. But really, it doesn't take that long once you get them to this stage. And then I've got these two. So I've got plenty to still work on. So there you have it. Okay, thanks for joining me again. I appreciate you being here. Take care. You're welcome, Brenda. Thanks, Brenda. And gosh, I guess I'll see you later on. I think, what's today? Saturday. So I think Beth is on later. She may even be on now. I didn't see if she popped in. Let's see, 6:11. She might be on or just about to come on. She, I think, no, maybe she does Central Time. I don't know. There's a pocket there in Florida, right, where they're Central rather than East Coast. That's confusing to me. But hey, a lot of stuff is. Anyway, thanks, ladies, for joining me. I'll see you on the tube somewhere. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.